like extreme panic attacks out of nowhere, flashbacks, get overstressed, frustrated, feel flighty, etc., well, watch this video for some quick ways to get grounded in your situation. Hello lovelies and welcome to this week's video. Once again, I get to mix my spirituality with my psychology education. So this is fun. So today we are going to talk about quick emergency grounding techniques for in the moment. Not daily things like you can do like meditation daily and things like that to ground and maintain groundness and help your root chakra and heal and balance it like I have before and will in the future. This is for in the moment, in times of stress, panic, being flighty or airy in space, disassociation, anxiety. If you have trauma with flashbacks, you are unable to focus, and all of those wonderful, wonderful things that come with your root chakra not being balanced, having anxiety, panic, depression, PTSD, being an extreme empath in crazy situations. That's what we're going to talk about today. So you may have too many unrelated thoughts running in your mind at the same time. You may even feel disoriented and distracted or frustrated or angry. You may even feel like your body runs into things. You may feel out of your body. You may feel self-conscious or too open energetically. It can be from one extreme to the other. And this is all to the point where you don't feel safe within yourself and a million other things to where you need to ground. Now, what is grounding? I'm going to quick go over that. Grounding helps to bring a person into the here and now, release all of the bad energies that are out of the control of reality and their emotions. It helps to refocus and find calmness and strength in the present moments. Yes, I have an outline. When they are highly anxious, emotional, disassociated, and all the things that I said earlier, flighty. Spiritually, from that mindset, grounding helps us bring ourselves back to Mother Earth, root chakra, all that. And you can establish grounding by using visualization exercises, sending out excess energy back to the ground, do spiritual rituals, and do daily things, which again, I've done in previous videos and will do in the future. But today, let's get into 7 things you can do while it's happening. Okay, so the first one, by the way, these are all things that are pagan or new age or both, whatever, and so spiritual, but also have psychological backing. So there are things that we are also taught when we are in counseling training or social work or psychology, psychiatry, to help people with like anxiety and trauma. So there are things that are widely taught within the New Age and pagan communities, but also have a psychological backing. So, yeah, I thought that was the best. So number 1, the big breath thing, all right, which goes obviously into like meditation and yoga, but this is for like on the moment. So a simple grounding exercise includes the visualization of yourself as a tree. One way of various ways in which you can use this breathing technique. So again, visualize yourself as a tree and you're growing roots from your feet down to Mother Earth. Now, you can be anywhere. You could be in a meeting, in class, what have you, and at a concert, and your anxiety just be like off the roof. Doesn't matter the location. It just works. So you visualize the roots coming from your feet, going down into the earth. Extend the roots through the ground and going all the way down to the ground. Anchor them at the center of the earth while taking big breaths in and big slow breaths out. Also, while doing this, relax all your muscles from the top down to the bottom, to the point where you feel like a feather and could just fly away. You can also, so this is where I said it's more than just one. You can add onto or just do this as itself. While you're doing this, while you're breathing in, think of positivity and calmness coming into you. While you're breathing out, think of all the negative or stressful, whatever emotions that you're feeling, leaving your body. Or you can envision like a brown or black smoke coming out. Alright? Well, as you're doing this, your muscles should be relaxing even more. You should feel more grounded and rooted to the earth. This technique helps with grounding the root chakra and connecting you to Mother Earth, as well as psychologically calming not just your brain, but your whole body, so your whole central nervous system. Another way you can do this is while you're doing the breathing aspect. You can rub your arms as if you're warming them up, kind of like when you're cold out in the winter. You can put your hands palm facing down on your laps. Put your attention on your head and think that you are centered, that you are grounded, that you are focused in the moment. And then move your attention down to your belly. Think that you are safe and you are supported. This kind of reaches to each of the chakras, right? And then move your attention, well, not each, but like the main ones that associate with the grounding. And then move your attention down to their lower pelvic area and then your feet. And in both situations, think that you are grounded or safe or whatever word associated to those that feels good for you in the moment and with the exact issue that you are dealing with at that said time. And continue with the big deep breaths in and the big slow breaths out as you are doing this until you feel grounded, centered, and very calm, and like I said, feel like a feather. The next is affirmations, mantras, and chants to repeat in your head or out loud quietly if you are capable to say it out loud. Now, you might be thinking, this one seems more just into the spirituality realm. Well, that's not necessarily true. In trauma counseling and anxiety counseling, and borderline and all that kind of stuff, we actually use mantras, affirmations. We even use mandalas, okay, for all y'all new age folks who watch my videos. Like, everything that's being taught in counseling, this is just a side note, that we're being taught right now, has a basis in some form of old religion across the world. So it's not that far off if you hear some of the techniques I'm going to give you and think, wait, how do these have psychological backing? So, yeah. So anyways, so you affirmations, mantras, chants, whatever you like to call them, to yourself over and over and over or out loud. Doing some type of breathing technique, if needed while doing this, can also be beneficial if it's like a full-on panic or what have you. If you need to add that, go for it. The breathing technique can be added along with any of the others. You can mix many of them together too, for whatever your problem is at that time. So come up with a mantra or affirmation or chant that has to do with what's going on. And this is kind of doing cognitive reconstruction while also grounding, while also calming. All right. So, like, I am safe. I am here in the present moment. This feeling will pass. Nothing bad is happening right now. I can handle these emotions. I am strong. Another example would be like, okay, if you're starting to get really depressed or down on yourself, let's say about love or about relationship or something like that. I am loved, or I love you, I love me, something like that. And that's just for another thing, but that's just an example. An example related to this would be, let's say you're driving and it's late, the weather's a little off, not too bad, and you're getting really panicky or anxious or fearful, and you have about like 20 minutes to get home. So you're panicking. You can say something like, it's okay. I'm going to make it safe. I will be home in, and then look at the time and be like, I am here right now. I am safe. I only have this amount of time. And then keep doing the breathing technique. This is where mixing the breathing technique can come in handy. You can also call upon your goddesses, your guides, whatever it is that you believe in, for protection, and protect yourself with a white light while doing this. Another example would be, let's say you're really stressed at work. An affirmation or mantra to boost confidence can be used like, I am great, I can do this, nothing can stop me, I am a warrior, I am great. Or if you just can't handle like your coworkers, I am not, like, I am here, I am me. I cannot control their behaviors and their actions. I can only control what I do. Things like that. And just like with work, let's say you're for like a 6-month review and you want a promotion or something, just keep telling yourself, I am going to get this promotion. I am good enough. Because then when you enter the room, your confidence will be boosted, your anxiety levels and everything will be down. You won't be flighty, you won't be disassociated, etc. So, the next one is a very common one in both spirituality realm and the psychology realm. So name 5 things you can see in the room. Okay? Then 4 things that you can feel. Then 3 things that you can hear right now. 2 things you can smell right now. And 1 positive thing about yourself. So this is really good if you're like flighty, disassociated, panicked, having a flashback, any of it. This is good for all of the issues that I talked about earlier that need grounding. That's why this is a very commonly used one and a commonly used technique used in counseling and therapy for various purposes. So again, that's 5 things you can see in the room, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear right now, 2 things you can smell, and 1 positive about yourself. The next is another common one that's used in both spirituality and in counseling for so many things, okay? And that is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. So, open your eyes, put on a light if you are in a dark room, right? Look around the room, look for the colors, the people, the animals, the objects that might be near you, pick them up. My little skull. Alright? Okay. Look at the shapes of things. It's helping you get in there. Make it real. Listen to and really notice the sounds around you. So this is very much related to the last one. What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you see? Notice your body. How do your clothes feel on your skin? Are they itchy? Are they tight? Are they loose? How does it all feel? Touch your hands. Feel your hair. Movement in your hair and your head really helps as well. Feel the chair or if you're on one, supporting you, or if you're standing, feel your legs rooted into the ground. Feel the carpeting if you're barefoot or wearing socks. What's the texture of the carpet or the floor or the whatever type of thing you're standing on? How do your legs and feet feel? if it is due to a flashback, anger, frustration, or past type of feelings that are kind of coming back and worries creeping up on you, pinch yourself to get you back in before you start disassociating, or if you are disassociating and becoming flighty. Or you can always have a rubber band on you or a hair tie that you can snap to kind of get you back into right now, right here. This part you don't have to do, but it is recommended in a lot of holistic life coaching and in actual counseling. Stand, and then finally, if you are sitting, stand up, put your feet on the ground firmly, right? Stretch, rub your arms and legs, remind yourself where you are at, and root and ground yourself into that moment. This technique helps you with so many things. It helps you with acceptance of where your life is right now, even if you don't want to face it. It helps you, which helps from disassociation. It helps calm you no matter what extreme emotion you're feeling. It's just a really great exercise that you can do in the moment. Of course, you can tweak it depending on if you are in a room full of people, like just looking around and seeing things, smelling things, etc. So the next one is try to think of different things. For example, count backwards. Think of 10 different animals, 10 different colors, and different things that you may like, any subject. Think of an animal or country or crystal, whatever it is that you're into, for each letter of the alphabet, and then you can say the alphabet backwards. You can just listing things, just thinking things. It helps to ground you, and it helps to keep you in this moment, and it keeps your mind off of whatever negative thing or whatever is going on. Like I said, there's a whole list of things these are helping. It helps you to get away from that and change your, like, what your focus. Obviously I need to ground more. No, I've been working a lot on grounding. But yeah, it changes your focus off of whatever it is that that's going on. Another thing that a lot of people say to do is have a grounding stone to rub. And yes, this is used in counseling and psychology. This is used all the time. That's why they call it a grounding stone instead of saying like an exact crystal, but they do. I admit that I've been in trauma counseling throughout my life at certain points. I actually was given a crystal by counselors. My mom was a psych nurse at the Human Services Department growing up. You want to know how many of them are into at least New Age? And I learned Reiki from a social worker who is now an admin at the Human Services. So yes, there is a lot of crossover. So stop having fear of going to counseling, people, if you really need to go. It's not that frightening anymore. It's very, very accepting of people like us who are into this kind of stuff if you feel you really need to. But back to the grounding stone, because I always go off. You would never assume I'm actually a Taurus, would you? So I recommend carnelian because it is associated with the root chakra. But other crystals, there are other crystals that are associated with the root chakra as well. You can also get stones that are specifically really good with grounding and protection, such as one of my favorites, which I have a whole video on, black tourmaline, and then the obsidian, onyx, things like that, or a crystal that you're just really drawn to and you just want to, that feels so right when it's in your hand. Like, I know people, as well as myself, that when we find a certain crystal and we hold it, we just can't stop. There's just something about it. So always carry that on you in case of an emergency coming up, or you're feeling disassociated or flighty or have a traumatic, whatever it is. All right, so then with that grounding stone, you can rub it and just hold it and just feel the texture and the energy it's doing or giving into you, and just focus on the rubbing sensation, and that should help calm you and ground you. You can also carry in the same light herbs, essential oils in your purse that do the same thing, that you can just smell and will help you. But the rubbing is part of what helps the brain change its pathology and the way that it's currently thinking and where you are. Another thing that you can do is have something that's sentimental to you, like a photo of somebody that, like, let's say you're having an extreme panic, or you're getting really depressed, or you're really disassociated and you're unhappy. If you have a photo of somebody that's important to you, whether they're alive or not, and you look at it, it can help you also remember who you are, what's important to you, and your values, and kind of help you come down. You can also have a photo of something that is relaxing and grounding to you. Like if the beach is relaxing to you, bring a picture of a beach and it can help. So, I mean, the list goes on. But mainly the grounding stone, like I said, it's also the rubbing sensation. So, the final one is nature. Which, of course, I have a whole video on. But if you can, at that moment, go into nature, or you have indoor plants, feel the soil, take in the energy, or the feeling of soil. Now, this, again, is another one that is backed by, in the psychology world, that feeling of soil. They won't say it's because it's connecting to you, Mother Earth, and all of that, which is obviously part of why it is grounding, but that's a whole, but feeling that like that soil and kind of connecting to it. If you are somebody that earth really helps ground you, that will help. Or go barefoot outside and feel Mother Earth to help your body. Like just the way it feels on your feet, touching the sand, touching even cement, touching the grass, feeling a tree, touching the dirt. That is all very grounding. Now, if it's winter, obviously, that's not a choice. Or you can also go to a beach, walk on the sun, onto the water, and feeling that vibration, and also hearing the sound of the water. Another is, so if it's winter, though, and you don't have plants, and if it is possible for you at that moment, like if this emergency need to ground yourself is happening while you're at home and you have a chance, go take a nice hot bath, light candles, dim lights, play mantra music, binaural beats, or some other calming music if you would like. Put in some herbs and oils, bath bombs, whatever, that have a grounding or cleansing or anxiety relief or something of that nature that will that helps you. If there's a certain scent or herb that really helps ground you, even if it's not one that people typically recommend, put that in if you can, or light candles with that scent. So that is my list. If you want more about basic mindfulness techniques from a video that I made last year about just mindfulness in general, which is related to grounding, mindfulness. Anyways, I will put my empath playlist below, which a lot of the videos have various different techniques to keep you grounded and mindful, as well as teach you other things that can stop some of these things that cause us to need emergency grounding. I will be in the near future making a video about grounding yourself in general, things that you can do daily, such as meditation and yoga and all that kind of stuff, as well as a video that's just on the root chakra and grounding, even though there's going to be so much, like, lapping over of all the videos. So, if you have, like, anxiety, PTSD, or something of that nature, these will all very much help you. If you know your root chakra is off, that will also help you. So, stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for your support. I so much appreciate everyone who watches my videos and is with me on this journey. I love you all. please check out my links below and my shop. Or you can always go on my Facebook page or email me for custom orders, because I have so many things that I don't post. I only post the ones that are most asked for. And I will see you next week. I love you all. Blessed be, and have a great, amazing week. All right, bye.